Congress leader Tirunavukkarasar, who visited Apollo Hospital earlier today, addressed the media. He said that Jayalalitha is now stable and recovering. He's added that while they haven't met personally, the doctors have informed him that Jayalalitha is now stable.
நான் உள்ளே சென்று மாண்பு முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் இன்டென்சிவ் கேர்ல இருக்காங்க. அதனால நான் உள்ள போய் நான் அவங்கள பார்க்கல. மற்றவங்கள்ட்ட விசாரிச்சதுல அவங்க ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு, அப்சர்வேஷன்ல இருக்காங்க. தீவிர தொடர்ந்து சிகிச்சை நடைபெற்று வருகிறது. ஸ்டேபிளா இருந்துகிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் ஃபர்தர் நடக்குதுங்கிற தகவலை எனக்கு சொன்னாங்க.
India Today's team of reporters is in Chennai right now, and two of them are now joining me on the broadcast. Rohini Swami and Shivarur, both of them. Rohini, in fact, it's encouraging that now we've had a second person saying that Jayalalitha is stable, recovering after the Union Health Minister. The statement coming from a Congress leader. What more can you tell us?
Well, there are several leaders, be it of the ADMK or other parties also, who are coming into the hospital to check on her health status. But like you said, there have been a few of them who have come on record saying that as of now she is out of danger, but we still need to know certain details from the Apollo Hospital as to what the line of treatment is. Because the last time we saw, when her health did deteriorate, there were certain details that were given out by the Apollo Hospital as to how the cardiologists and the pulmonologists were treating her and the line of medication. And that is when Dr. Richard Beale also, who's from London, he was brought in and his consultation helped in recovery. Also, now we've seen a team of AIIMS doctors also being flown in immediately. With this, we'll also get to understand what the line of treatment would be for her. At the same time, people, be it the ADMK cadre or the people of Tamil Nadu, looking forward to the health bulletin that could be released by the Apollo hospitals. As of now, the hospital being extremely guarded, because any information coming out, they expect that should be thorough. For the simple reason that yesterday at 4 o'clock they released a health bulletin. At 5 o'clock she suffered a cardiac arrest. And the health bulletin they released saying that she was on the road to recovery. We also had Mr. Pratap Reddy, the chairman of Apollo, at one point of time saying she's ready to go home. It's up to her to go home or not. So that kind of situation that is being seen right now, the hospital is not taking any chances. In terms of her treatment, they're ensuring that she gets the optimum treatment and the best treatment, because prayers of people are there, and there is an issue of law and order that needs to be taken care of, because Tamil Nadu would be possibly on fire for the simple reason that she's a mass leader. She's Amma to a lot of people. She's Amma to the state of Tamil Nadu, and that is why they're hoping that nothing untoward happens for now.
All right, just stay with me, Rohini. Before I go across to Shiva, I want to play out for our viewers what the Union Health Minister told us. Remember, a team from the Central Hospital from All India Institute of Medical Sciences is on its way to Chennai as well to join the already existing large team of specialists attending to Jayalalitha. Listen in to JP Nadda.
At this point of time, certainly she is in ICU and she needs best medical facility. Yesterday there was a heart problem, and because of that she was shifted to ICU. So keeping that in view, certainly we can say that she's out of danger, but she needs intensive care facilities.
Shiv, we can understand the hospital being cautious. There are very sporadic statements coming out, and those also from the leaders who are individually trying to enter the hospital and meet Jayalalitha. Of course, they are not being granted an audience. But have these statements which have now come out since morning had any effect on the mood of the cadre, who just simply refuse to leave Apollo Hospital at all? It's almost a 24-hour vigil that they've held outside.
24 hours and longer, Padmaja, and in fact the numbers are actually increasing. Since I arrived here early this morning, it was already a packed crowd here outside the Apollo Hospital, and it's only increased. The very latest individual leader who's made a statement on the condition of Jayalalitha is Mr. Panroti Ramachandran. He's a spokesperson for the AIADMK who just arrived a short while ago, and we spoke to him. We'll have that bite out for you in just a short bit, where he told India Today's Akshaya Nath that Jayalalitha has made a good recovery. She's recovering well, and that the the details of her health condition will be put out in the next health bulletin, though he did not stipulate when that next health bulletin would actually be put out. So you've got these sporadic statements from leaders. Padmaja, we've got Venkaiah Naidu, we've got JP Nadda, now we've got Pandoti Ramachandran, who is close to Jayalalitha as a spokesperson of the party, saying that she's recovering well. So it's all a little confusing because it's now going to be about 20 hours since Jayalalitha had that cardiac arrest, and she's been on the ECMO treatment in the critical care unit of the Apollo Hospital, which is right here in front of us, but no real clarity just yet. We've been told that sometime around noon, shortly after noon, there could be a statement. Now we are given to believe that later in the evening there could be another health bulletin categorically stating what the condition of Jayalalitha really is.
Absolutely. Shiv and Rohini, just stay with me. Also want to get in Mr. T.R. Ramachandran. He's with us in the studio here. Mr. Ramachandran, one can understand the caution of and in fact the government itself, the interim government of Tamil Nadu itself, because here is a lady who's not just a chief minister. She is an icon, and one can judge that from the kind of reactions we are seeing outside the hospital. For people, she's Amma, and there is more than just a political connection, it's an emotional bond.
Very true. I think this is one of the reasons that the hospital authorities are finding it very difficult to really come out and say what they think is the real issue. But I think at the end of the day, the fact is that she's been in hospital for 73 days. Let's also not forget, Padmaja, that after getting admitted to the hospital, she had the first heart attack. And now after a gap of about 68, 70 days, she's had the second heart attack. And therefore, the situation is grim and serious. That cannot be denied at all. And I think the people waiting outside praying for her to recover and come back home tells a different story, because they are indeed very emotional, you know it. And the fact remains that in this condition, I don't think the administration can do very much except to prepare for an eventuality, the worst kind of eventuality. So there you are. You're dealing on one side with the emotional people of Tamil Nadu vis-a-vis Jayalalitha. You're also dealing with a large section of women who voted her to power for the second time. I think if the women had not voted overwhelmingly for her, maybe she might have found it difficult to come back for a second consecutive term as the chief minister.
In fact, Mr. Ramachandran, could you just explain to our viewers how Jayalalitha became Amma? What this entire this cult that she has been able to build, because she is literally, for these women who are outside the hospital, their matriarch, from Amma Idli, Amma Neer, Amma Canteen. She is literally their provider.
You know, the fact is, any middle-aged woman in Tamil Nadu is generally addressed as Amma by everyone. She goes to a shop, then Amma, what do you require, kind of thing. And over a period of time, given the kind of welfare measures that she has taken for the people at large, women in particular, uplifting them, from a life of drudgery to being economically better. And at the end of the day, all these canteens and other things that you have, Padmaja, where will you get a full square meal for 3 rupees? Impossible. So obviously everything is being subsidized for the people. I think even the poorest of the poor in Tamil Nadu has a color television, a fridge, a computer, and so on and so forth. These are huge public measures for which money is spent by the exchequer.
Absolutely, and it goes beyond just subsidized food. There are a huge number of welfare measures in the health sector as well, to bring down the infant mortality. I want to again go back to my colleagues Shiv and Rohini. Shiv, you spoke about how the hospital is being very cautious and but any update at all on when the next health bulletin is expected?
Sometime in the evening, Padmaja. Like I said, it's been pretty difficult to keep track of when it might actually come out because nobody from the hospital is speaking on the record anymore. And even when we've tried to reach out, to persons within Apollo Hospital unofficially, all they're willing to actually offer is that Amma continues to be critical. She's under critical care by a team of specialists. They're monitoring her progress. She continues to be on the ECMO, and that the post-cardiac cardiac arrest treatment is continuing at this point of time. None of the doctors, it's very important to point out that none of the doctors are saying anything about her improvement, about her progress, or whether she is responding to that treatment. In earlier press releases, Padmaja, you and I have both reported, and we've, brought it to our viewers, that the Apollo Hospital has categorically said that she's responding well to treatment, she's being monitored, and, she's making progress. But yesterday's press release was the first time where there was no categorical assertion that she was responding well to critical care post that cardiac arrest, which, as Mr. Ramachandran pointed out, was the second cardiac arrest that she's suffered in these 72 days, which has pretty much put this entire situation back to square one. And as we've been reporting, puts her in a kind of health situation that's significantly worse than when she was admitted, on September the 22nd.
Rohini, who actually has access to Jayalalitha? Because most of these people who are trying to visit her, they say they've been briefed by the doctors. Is Jayalalitha meeting anyone at all?
Well, the access is very, very, very limited because also she's in critical care. And secondly, apart from the doctors who are treating her, possibly once or twice is Shashikala, who's a close confidant, and her close aide, who is allowed to go and see her for a while, but that too also for a very, very brief moment. All those who have been visiting in terms of the AIADMK cadre, especially the senior politicians as well as the cabinet ministers, they are taking a briefing from Shashikala herself inside or from the doctors. Nobody else is allowed to see her because at this point of time she's quite in terms of the kind of treatment also she is in. They have to be extremely cautious for the simple reason that no infections or anybody going to visit her can possibly create some kind of a complication to her health. So as of now, she is undergoing and on support, especially with the fact that she has been on and off it for a while, but for the last previous week she was getting better, as the doctors were saying. But with this, since it has deteriorated, they would expect that nobody else enters the place till they find her completely stable enough to possibly interact with some people. Because last time we did hear also in one of the medical reports saying that she was even consuming normal food. She was possibly attempting to talk with the help of the tracheotomy that they have done. So there were milestones in her recovery, but obviously at this point of time that what they're looking out is a crucial 24-hour period. Yesterday 5 p.m. she suffered a cardiac arrest. Till today 5 p.m. it is quite crucial, because if she stabilizes, then they could look at how she would be towards the road of recovery. And that is why a close watch is being kept on her health as well as her vital stats.
In fact, we're learning that the team from AIIMS is going to reach Chennai in just a while from now, possibly the medical bulletin.